It seems like all companies are moving towards subscription-based models. Subscriptions, memberships, when successful, offer dependable recurring revenue, growing profitability, and they produce high margins, and that's a gold mine for companies. The problem is, I think consumers are starting to get subscription fatigue. I know I am. In this video, I want to awaken you to just how crazy companies are getting with subscriptions, and then I want to share with you my concerns and advice as consumers and investors. Before we get to that, let's look at my portfolio performance. This is something that I share with every video. It's my promise to be transparent. I want this to be an honest channel. If you like that type of content, this is the channel for you. Be sure to subscribe. I'm up over 12.5%. Technology has just been booming for me in my portfolio. It keeps going up and up, so it's been a very strong performer. Real estate has gone down because of the interest rates, and communications have been a dud. Warner Bros. Discovery has tanked, and this is my portfolio. If you have any questions, just let me know. Now let's jump into the video. Subscriptions are something that we are all dealing with on a wide scale more than ever. It's not just individual consumers, it's companies that have to deal with this too. As everything is software based now, those all come with subscriptions. It used to be that you could make a one-time purchase for Microsoft Office and be done with it. Now you have to choose a subscription option on paying either yearly or monthly, and that goes on and on and on as long as you use the product. So let's start with what I deem the most common and essential subscriptions and membership types we all pay for now in our lives. I call these the sticky subscriptions and memberships. They're more on the essential side and offer massive benefits, value, and convenience. And they are entertainment streaming. So you look at a company like Netflix, physical retail like Costco and Sam's Club. I bet you most of us on here have a Costco membership. E-commerce. Of course, online shopping is huge, and the king of that is Amazon, and I probably bet again we all utilize Amazon. Cloud storage companies. Cloud storage is becoming more and more important, and that's something that subscriptions are growing with revenue with the companies that provide those services. Also, music and podcasts. This is something a lot of people deem they just can't live without. Then we have gyms and online workout platforms. Health is considered essential. I know it is considered essential for me, so that's something people are willing to pay for. Then you have software that is essential to our lives regarding our hobbies or side gigs. So you think of Adobe, Office 365, and let's not forget the OGs, your phone, electricity, and internet bill. And electricity will increase due to the electrification of everything. So just be aware of that. That's something we're all probably gonna have to continuously pay more and more for. So the next tier, instead of that sticky subscriptions, we're gonna now talk about somewhat sticky subscriptions. Now these are not necessary, but they do add benefits to life, certain pleasures, and some convenience. So we're talking about car washes. Now I've seen this boom over the last couple years where you pay a monthly fee and you get to go wash your car for an unlimited amount of times. There's also food delivery companies. We're talking about they deliver food from the restaurant to your home, or they deliver pre-packaged, ready to cook and eat, healthy meals. We're talking HelloFresh and Blue Apron. And then gaming. Gaming is one that people live by, and though it might not be necessary, they feel it's very important to their well-being, their lives, their hobby of what they do. So that's one that's a somewhat sticky subscription. Also, regularly used product subscriptions. I'm seeing this offered more and more on platforms like Amazon for reoccurring delivery. You go on Amazon, you buy something, and now it provides you the option, hey, do you want to just set this on a monthly purchase and we'll deliver it to you once a month? That is happening pretty often. There's other companies like the Shave Club where you pay a monthly subscription fee and they deliver razors to your house for you to shave monthly. And then lastly, in this somewhat sticky subscription tier, I say the news subscription is one. Now, why it's just somewhat sticky? Because you can get news for free in other places, but if you pay for it, you know, people get addicted to news, and so that's why I think it's somewhat sticky. Now on to the not so sticky subscription tier. These are easily canceled, at risk if we have hard economic times, not necessities, but purely wants. These businesses are most at risk. We're talking about beauty and apparel product delivery. You think of Stitch Fix. There's also companies that offer beauty supplies. So they deliver new products each month to you to try and sample. And that's just something that I don't think is a necessity. It's definitely more of a want. You want to try these to see if you'll like them or not. And then the next thing is dating services. A lot of people I know pay for these subscriptions, but I know some that get on and off of these like it's a light switch. So definitely easy to say bye to. Then movie theater subscriptions. You really have to want to go out to see a lot of movies and willing to eat a lot of junk food to make it worthwhile. I don't know anyone with this type of subscription personally. Now, there's one more tier I want to talk about, the last tier, and that is the ridiculous and greedy subscription tier. Car companies are charging subscriptions to get access to heated seats and steering wheels. Yes, you heard that right. BMW charged drivers in the UK, South Korea, and Germany $18 a month to unlock access to heated seats and steering wheels, but consumers fought back and BMW got a lot of backlash, leading them to cancel this model. And good, I'm glad that happened. So we are seeing companies add subscriptions to hardware, not just software. It's insane. Instead, BMW, like many other car companies, will focus on software subscription services like a driving assistance subscription. So you see Ford, they charge $75 a month for hands-free driving tech, and GM charges $25 a month for theirs. Then you have Tesla, who charges a massive $200 per month for full self-driving software. Then there's Toyota, and they're charging $8 a month for owners to be able to remote start their cars. My cousin just bought a new Toyota, and he's paying a monthly subscription on the Toyota app to get stats on the car's driving performance. And it's funny, he said he found out his wife drives crazy as the app tracked her tilt in turns and the accelerations and decelerations and other measurements. So it's just really crazy, but people will pay for this because they feel it's important to them. So it looks as though in the future you won't be able to fully pay off a car, as lingering subscriptions will now be in the equation for as long as you own the car. Ouch. As many companies, like car companies, become more connected to the internet, they are trying to take advantage of the subscription-based model to make profits. They know some of this tech will become more necessary, convenient, and offer benefits over time, and that leads to companies like GM that are estimating their subscription revenue to 10x by the end of the decade. It's also allowing these companies to gather more data on consumers, which will allow them to become more powerful in what they offer and collect on. To me, this is all going too far. What's next? A subscription that will allow us to flush our e-toilets, if that's a product in the future? So why do subscriptions work so well for companies, and why are they hungry for it? Well, you set it and forget it. Many companies in the non-essential subscription model bank on you forgetting about your subscription. Let's face it, Americans can be lazy, and lazy enough to not even want to go through the effort to cancel a subscription. This leads to unnecessary expenses for consumers and higher profits for companies. But when consumers decide to cut back, it's those more non-essential, non-necessary subscriptions that will be canceled first, and these are the companies I avoid investing in. Now, a company really needs to do two things to be successful with a business subscription model. They need to have the essential need of the consumer and the value that it brings the consumer. Now, there are companies that I deem meet these two criteria, and I'm going to talk about them now. Amazon is one of them. They offer convenience like no other, and you can find necessary items like food, and also your subscription gets bundled with Prime Video. There's also cloud storage, which is more on a company basis, but regardless, it saves time and money. Amazon is definitely, they meet this business subscription model that is successful. The next one I like to think of is Costco. You can buy bulk products, something Amazon can't really deliver, and they offer low-cost, necessary items like food and clothing. This saves consumers lots of money. Then there's Microsoft. It's essential for businesses and specifically for accountants. It also comes bundled with Teams, which virtual communication is now necessary post-pandemic, and they also offer that cloud storage. Then we have Netflix. Yes, I think this is a successful subscription company because they offer the convenience of entertainment from the comfort of your home, and that is priceless. They offer a huge library of content which brings value, and the entertainment is now a small essential aspect of life. Think of brain breaks, happiness. It's why we go to the movies. It's why we go on vacation. So yes, I think Netflix is a great example, and I bet you'd be very hesitant to cancel your Netflix subscription. Then we have gyms, which health is essential and equipment is expensive and bulky, and it offers consumers a way to get to the gym and be able to work out how they want without having to invest a lot up front. So I think that is one that is essential and very popular. Really, all these companies offer value in something essential to many people's lives, which equals sticky subscriptions and memberships. And they will get more and more customers this way, which equals dependable revenue that grows. Now, this will only create more monthly expenses for consumers, unfortunately, but more profits for companies. So as investors, we need to invest in those companies that have sticky subscription revenue from essential and value-based services, ones that make it hard for the customer to switch to competitors. So think of a company with a large moat. That is essential. Ones that make it an essential service a customer is highly unlikely to unsubscribe to, and ones that offer great value and convenience that customers simply will not want to give up. I also think it is smart to diversify in companies that offer sticky subscription services to both consumers and to businesses and industries. To me, this is a winning investing recipe for profits for us. Just some of the companies I think shine in this area and are great investments are companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, Costco, and S&P Global. So I do think, though, we will see some subscription fatigue and backlash over the next decade, so don't be caught in a company that has a weak subscription model, offering a mediocre service, pushing ridiculous subscriptions that will simply piss off consumers and create subscription decline or failure. Look around in your own life and see what you would absolutely not give up. That just may be the investment you are looking for. So utilize this time after you watch this video to axe any unnecessary subscriptions to reduce your monthly expenses, which will allow you to have more financial freedom. So let me know what other companies you think have excellent subscription services that would be great investments. I'd love for you to share that so we can all get some ideas going and start some conversations around these. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon on Mark Arnold's Finance.